Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna. Welcome, friends. Congratulations for being regular. Remember the 13 Vyaktitvas of Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Gambhira, Samskrita, Bhasha, Jnata. And the 6 sources of blessings, Parabrahma, Shrutimata, Ishvara, Devatagana, Gurugana, Jaganmata. Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana, 3rd Utpatthi Prakaranam we started studying. First Sarga, Bhagavan Vaashishtha ji talks about BANDHA HETHU NIRUPANAM, one of the very crucial, beautiful, sublime topics. Let us study it. Before that, our Prarthana Sankalpas. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Bhadavakya Pramanatah Vyakyataha Sarvasachyastraha Tanityam Pranatosmyaham Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Rama Nama Varanane ओम तस्मै श्री गुरवे वशिष्ठ मुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्र मुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरि भावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानंद स्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नं आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यस्संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यासादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं शाश्वतरूपेण विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्रसत्सङ्गसाधना सेवा मातापितृदेशधर्म सनातनधर्मभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं तदनन्तरं निरञ्जनाष्टकं श्री आदिशंकर कृत अध्ययनं तदनन्तरं संक्षिप्त स्कंद पुराण पारायणं तदनन्तरं आदिशंकर भाष्य समेत ऐतरेयोपनिषदः पारायणं वयं सर्वे मोकाः ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति शेखरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः ओम सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यौ सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम बंध हेतु निरूपणं नाम प्रथम सर्गः श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच फ्रेंड्स we have seen up to the shloka number Narayana 13th. But important topic is from 10th mantra. We'll just browse through it once more. The discussion is Bandha Hetu Nirupanam, how the bondage happens. A peculiar, unique technique of explaining it, Sri Vaashishtha ji is adopted. Let us try to tune to him and learn how he is guiding us, educating about Bandha Hetu and Moksha Hetu. Right? He starts from the 10th shloka like this. Yadidam drushyate sarvam jagat sthavara jangamam tat sushupta vivasvapnaha kalpante pravinashyati. So, idam sarvam jagat sthavara jangamam. This entire world, mobile, immobile, animate, inanimate, all of that kalpante pravinashyati. It totally gets dissolved at the end of the kalpakala. Example, sushuptau iva swapnaha. Like sushupti kale, swapnaha dissolved. Swapna already jagrat is dissolved in it. So in the sushupti, both jagra, swapna as they are dissolved. In the same way, the entire world, kalpanta, it gets dissolved. Pravinashyat. All its rupanama gets dissolved. What remains that time is important question. So what remains there is Sant Kinchit Avashishyate. One Sadvastu remains. Can you explain that Sadvastu? No. Yet we try to tell you. What is it? Is Stimita. Stimita means stationary, unmoving. Gambhiram is very sublime, very deeper than the deepest. Na Tejaha, you cannot call it as the knowledge. na tamastatam, nor the darkness or ignorance. Anakhyam, it cannot be talked about. Then anabhivyaktam, therefore it is not expressed in any way. Anabhivyakta means it is not vyakta in a way that the upadhis can catch it. Such sat remains. So that sadvastu which remains at the end of the kalpante, whatever that avashishyate, that sadvastu alone, be attentive. By various masters at various times in various shastras have given different names. Names are different, but that is one only. What are the few names given? That itself is called Rutam, the truth. That is called as Atma, that is a real self. Param Brahma, the supreme substratum of the whole world. Satyam, again that alone is that which never changes in 3 periods of time. Iti adikaha sagnyaha, etc. etc. Many names like Chiti, somewhere it's called, Samvit, somewhere it is called. So, iti sagnyaha budaihi vyavaharartham kalpita mahatmanah. So, for transactional purpose, for communication sake, these names are kalpita by the various mahatmas at various periods. So, the names are kalpita for vyavahara, so that Paramatma actually cannot be named. He is Ruparahita, Namarahita, Rupatita, Namatita. That's what remains at the Kalpanta. Okay. In fact, कल्प अंत में वो रहता है कर कर what he wants to convey is kalpa arambha also, that alone was there, and in that this kalpa is kalpita. This kalpita kalpa, as long as taken as real, and because of that, as long as the real, this rutam atma param brahma is not realized, we remain to be in the bandha. So, in Vedantic, we all Vedanta only. In the Upanishadic Jnanam, Paramatma में Maya Shakti से कल्पित जगत taken as real is called as bondage. Jagat is my own upadhis, through upadhi I am jiva, and the Jagat is in front of me, Avrupanam other than me, attractive, I have to get it, therefore I love it, I hate it. All of that slowly bondage comes. That he wants to convey. So he tried this technique. The whole world of Rupanama, like the dream dissolves in deep sleep, kalpante vinashyati. At that time, who remains is that kinchit sat avashishyate. It has no nama, no rupa, no abhivyakti. But still, for the sake of vyavahara transaction, the Mahatmas have given it name. Someplace Rutam, someplace Atma, someplace Parambrahma, someplace Satyam, Chiti Shakti, Chaitanya, I know, Samvita. Like that, so many names are given to the same self. Up to this is understood. So Parabrahma is that substratum, has no name, etc. But given these names. Now, then what happens? Satatha bhuta evatma swayam anyaivollasan jivatam upayativa bhavinamna kadarthitam. This is where the next 1, 2, 3, 4, Narayana, 5, 6, 7. These 7 shlokas next are very sublime, crucial. On this basis, only the subsequent sargas will develop the subject more in detail. So these are all like contents. He says, Saha tatha bhuta eva, that sat remaining to be sat only all the time, which is actually the Atma, Swayam by itself, Anya iva ullasan. Underline this word. Again I am reading. Satathabhuta eva Atma Swayam Anya iva ullasan. So this Anya iva is the crucial most word in Vedanta. This Anya iva itself is called as, in one place he has desired, another place he has done the sankalpa, another place he wanted to become as many, Another place, he has got the spandana by his own choice. So all of that are same meaning. To make it very simpler, that one homogeneous Paramatma, be attentive, feeling the sense of two-ness, feeling the sense of two-ness. Anya iva ullasan. He is remaining he himself, but just that himself, he for a moment or fraction of second did not recognize. As if. Then anya he felt. Like the moment the wife comes, immediately the man, anya iva. He was just a man, but immediately the husband comes from within him. Isn't it? In the same way, Paramatma, in that sense of otherness, what happened to him? Jivatam upayati iva. So that sense of otherness, wherein his own Maya Shakti, he recognizes. So he and Maya, there's two things. Through that Maya, he is called Samashti Jiva. He is called as Jivatam upayati iva. ईश्वर कहते हैं उनको. So Paramatma is recognition of potential. Paramatma, through the potential, he himself feeling he is the Samashti Jiva called as Ishvara. इंडिविजुअल लेवल में भी वही होता है. That I am the pure consciousness. सावधानी हटी. Immediately, who am I then? An individual Jiva, not the Atman. That in a fraction of moment, from the sense, the feeling of otherness, that is enough that the Paramatma, forgetting himself at the Samashti level as Ishvara, at the Vest level of Jiva, he expresses. Catch this. Jiva के रूप में. सो सह तथा भूत एव आत्मा स्वयं अन्यः इव उल्लसन् जीवताम उपयाति इव इव. As if he takes up that separate existence as a jiva. That jiva is called as Ishvara at the total level. Tataha. Thereafter saha. That same Paramatma who now jiva shabdartha kalana akulatam gataha. Now who has got the identity as jiva now at the samishti and total level, vesti level, mano bhavati. He himself appears again expresses as from that Maya Shakti. The total में माया कहते हैं, individual में मनः कहते हैं. So from the Paramatma to the Ishvara to Maya. From the Jivatma, so Paramatma to the Jiva and his own Mana is projected. ततस्य जीव शब्दार्थ कलना कुलतांगतः मनो भवति भूतात्मा. Okay. Then Mananath Manthari Bhavan. That simple vibration in him projects the existence of some peculiar thing called as mind. So never the mind, never the Maya are ever other than the pure Paramatma only. But because of his Iksha, because of his Sankalpa, as if he himself becomes Ishvara and his Shakti is Maya at total level, individual level has the mind. So Manobhavati Bhutatma Mananat Mantari Bhavan. Then Tena Paramatmanaha Mahataha Mana Sampadyate. From that Paramatma, which is at total level, it's called as Mahat comes. Individual Mana, it is called as. Then Sustirad Astirakara Taranga Iva Varidehe. So what is the relation between the mind of Paramatma and the Paramatma? Individual or total is like Sustira Varidhi. And the water abode Sustira. Absolutely stable, waveless. In the same way, from that Sustirat Astira Akara, the Sustira waveless river, because of some reason inside or outside, suddenly that Sustirata it loses as if it becomes Astira. That Astira is called as the wave Tarangakara. So the potentiality in the water only appearing as the wave, which appears to be as if something other than the water, whereas that wave is never separate from the water at all. Very interesting discussion it is. Very important. Is any time wave water separate from water? Stable water, some disturbance appearing as a wave. So stable, pure conscious Paramatma, some sankalpa of himself, from that only, that the Samashtimana called as Maya, Vyashtimana is being expressed. With the total level is Ishvara, at the individual level is Jiva. So manas sampadyate tena mahata paramatmanaha sustirad astira kari kara taranga itiva varadehe. So then that particular expression of Paramatma in the form of the Taranga, the wave, the Maya Shakti, it has got again. Peculiarly, especially in the presence of Paramatma, it has its own Vilakshana Shakti. It is called as Sankalpa Shakti. So, Tataha Swayam Swairameva, by itself out of his own freedom or choice. Nobody can dare question that Paramatma. Swayam by himself, Svairameva by with full his own freedom and choice, he sankalpayati. He does the sankalpa. Out of that sankalpa, continuously the whole projection you can see. That's what he says. Tena itham. Because of that sankalpa of that Ishvara, itham in this way, Indra Jala Shrihi Vitata Yam Avitanyate. The, like the magician's magic, the entire world, universe, cosmoses which you are seeing, all of them is Vitanvate, out of the sankalpa is manifested. Okay, all the 14 Bhuvanas in one Brahmanda, like that Ananta Koti Brahmanda, or by that Sankalpa of that Maya Shakti of the Ishvara, which is never separate from him, from that it all comes. Tat Swayam Swairameva Ashu Sankalpayati Nityashaha. Tena Ittam Indrajala Shrihi Vitata Yam Vitanyate. Indrajala Samana, even though not real, but appearing as real, the entire Jagata Vitanyate. Now, this knowledge is so sublime. If somebody able to digest it and on the seat of meditation, he is able to reach to that level, then he will be able to see that pure Paramatma as himself. So Paramatma, sense of awareness, projected as Maya, with that is the Ishvara. In that Maya Shakti, there is Sankalpa Shakti is there, because it has done the Sankalpa, then entire Loka Yukta Brahmanda is with Anyate, has come into expression, expansion, manifestation. So again you see, Sa Tathabhuta Eva Atma Swayam Anya Iva Ullasat. Jivatam Upayati Iva. Then tata sa jiva shabdat karnakulatam gatah manah bhavati bhutatma manasar mananat mantari bhavan. Then manah sampadyate tena mahata paramatmanah sustirad astikara taranga iva varidhehe. Tat swayam swairameva ashu sankalpayati nityashah. Tena ittam indrajala shrihi vitata iyam vitanyate. The Indrajala Sama, entire world is nothing but the Paramatma's Maya's Sankalpa. Mm. And for the Sankalpa, the Adhisthana is required. Adhisthana is Paramatma himself. So Paramatma के ऊपर परमात्मा का ही माया शक्ति को यूज करते हुए परमात्मा ने ही किया हुआ संकल्प के कारण the entire व्यष्टि समष्टि सृष्टि is there. On him only. If these deep knowledges are understood, then the topic that bandha hetu kya hai, slowly we understand here. The projected Dvaita Jagat, as if other than our own Atman, valued as good or bad, creating Raga Dvesha in us, the cause of bandha hetu. We are driven towards that understanding. Correct? Next term, he says, Tena itham Indrajala Srihi Vitata Yam Vitanyate. So, The entire Virat Jagat, Hiranyagarbha, Sthula, Sukshma Jagat, all of that being Satya Sankalpa, the Tattva Paramatma, all it got manifested. Okay, and never difficult it is to understand. Let us say you have plenty of money, 1000 crore. In some village, you just or outskirts, you just want to buy a land and make it a farmhouse and then make all the things. अब आपने संकल्प किया, फिर आपके धन शक्ति से और आपके पॉलिटिकल शक्ति से और आपका गवर्नमेंटल पावर के शक्ति से डू यू डू इट और नॉट? Only thing is the money shakti is other than you, that yours. But in case of Paramatma, his Maya Shakti is never separate, independent from him. So if our money power, our word power, our political power, our governmental power can manifest the things, good example. Then why not Paramatma's Ananta Maya Shakti manifest the whole world? In case of Paramatma, he and his Maya Shakti are inseparable. Rather, Maya cannot exist without him. He can exist without Maya. He is the Swami there. Nobody dare to question. Nobody is there to question him. He is own power, Maya. He just Sankalpita. Then Indrajala Shrihi Vitata Yam Vitanyate. This entire world like an Indrajala by Bhagavan Maya. The whole thing got projected. All these Brahmandas you see with all type of beings. Andaja, Svedaja, Udbija, Jaraija, Sankalpaja, जो भी सब सृष्टि है वहां से उत्पन्न हुआ from Paramatma Sankalpa with his Maya Shakti, which was never away from him, inside him. But he became aware of it, then he just felt like using it, then it did Sankalpa, then the whole Srishti came. Then एक बार संकल्प किया, then its vikalpa is infinite. Like you have done the sankalpa of making a car, thousands of vikalpas come in that. Because एक बार किया संकल्प, उसके बाद फिर अनगिनत संभावनाएं हैं. If you don't do sankalpa, like gold is gold. The moment you do sankalpa on gold of ornaments, million ornaments can be done. The more moment you made a sankalp of the car, then million types of cars will come. है ना? Cars, depending on their cc capacity, cars are different. Depending on their speed, cars are different. Depending on their fuel, petrol or diesel or gas, cars are different. Then lot of amenities in it. These are all called as endless vikalpa. अभी देखते देखते हैं हवा में उड़ते हुए, पानी में भी तैरते हुए, जमीन में भी चलने वाला कार. अब उसके बाद फिर उसमें ही लाइक द पुष्पक विमान, देयर मे बी ए कैसीनो आल्सो कैन कम आफ्टर 30-40 years. A huge car is flying with the entire पार्टी ही आकाश में हो रहा है शादी वादी का, हो सकता है. बट ऑल ऑफ दैट इज ऐन्द्रजालिका. दैट इज वाई that Paramatma's Shakti is said to be infinite. And it being Jada, it cannot be independent, therefore it must belong to Paramatma only. So from that, Tata Swayam Swairameva Ashu Sankalpayati Nityashaha Tena Ittam Indrajala Srihi Iyam Vitata Vitanyate. So the whole world is the Kalpana Indrajala only, not real. Then a good example is given to convey a very powerful thought. What is it? Yatha kataka shabdartha pruthaktvaro na kanchanat न हेम कटकात् तद्वतो जगदत् जगत् शब्दार्थता परे ब्रह्मण्येवास्त्यसन्तात्मा यथा स्थितमिदं जगत् न जगत् शब्दकार्थेऽस्ति हेम्नेव कटकात्मजा. These three thoughts, very carefully catch it. One is what? यथा कटक शब्द अर्थः पृथक्त्वार्हो न कांचनात्. The bangle name shabda, bangle form artha, kanchanat from the gold na pruthak is not separate. है ना? A bangle gold made. So the name bangle and the shape that bangle. Is it pruthak from the gold? No. Kanchanat pruthak nahi. Second, na hema katakat. So too, the gold also is not separable from the ornament, any one of them here. Example is Kataka. If you understand, in the same way, Tadvata Jagat Shabdarthata Pare Brahmani Eva Asti. Therefore, the Jagat Rupa Jagat Nama is like the Kataka, the bangle, Rupa and Nama can never be apart from the gold. So Jagat Rupa Nama at no period of time can be separate from the Brahman. So too, uh, uh, so na hema kataka tadvat jagat shabdartata pare brahman eva esti anantatma yatha sthitam idam jagat. The entire jagat rupa nama can never be separate from Paramatma. Then what? Sa Jagat Shabda Karthe Asti Hemniva Katagatmata. So, where is what? Which is permanent? Which is final? If you ask. Ki, the Rupanama of the gold called as ornaments. Let us say bangle here. It dissolves, but the gold is the final remains. So, finally gold remains. The ornament becomes Paryavasita merged in the gold. So too, in the Jagat and Parabrahma, finally what remains is Parabrahma. In him, the Jagat becomes Laya. Okay. Hmm. So, in the ornament, gold is not. Gold has its own independent existence. But the ornament has no independent existence of its own. Therefore, it is remaining in the gold. Same way, the whole of Jagat is not independently existing apart from Brahman. So it needs. But the Brahman can exist himself without being expressed as the Rupanamatmaka Jagat. So Brahmani eva asti ananta atma yathasthitamidam jagat sa jagat shabdakarte na jagat shabdakarte asti hemniva katakatmata. So hema is the atma of the kataka. Hema can remain without katakatva. But katakatva cannot remain without hema. Kataka means bangle. So in the same way, na jagat shabdaka arthe asti. Jagata will not be a final thing dissolving Paramatma. Like the bangle cannot be a final thing dissolving the gold. Gold can be a final thing dissolving the bangle. So too, Paramatma is the final one who remains and this Jagat dissolves. So Paryavasana among these two कौन है? परमात्मा ही है. So in the bangle and in the gold, which one remains last long permanently? अगर दोनों में एक ही पूछोगे तो gold can never cease to exist. It always remains. It is only katakatva goes away. So too in the Jagat and Paramatma, which lasts permanently if you ask, Paramatma alone and gold, the whole Jagat can dissolve in it. So all these knowledges make us subtle to understand. Therefore, what sadhana we do is either we say dissolve Rupanama and realize the gold, or you say realize the gold in such a way that the Rupanama do not exist independent of the gold. So to dissolve the entire Jagat, then there you realize the Brahman, or realize the Brahman is in such a manner that there is no Jagat other than Brahman. So in this way, the Jagat which is projected out of the Brahman is a cause of Bandha, and when either Jagat is dissolved or Jagat is discovered as Brahman, both are same actually. When that is done, the bondage goes away. This is not the pure Vedanta. Slowly, little by little, let us listen. Let us try to grasp. पूरा एक बार नहीं होता. So then now comes about this whole Jagat. Very good example. सतीवाप्यसती तावत् ताप नद्येव लहरी चला मनसेहेन्द्रजाल श्री जागति प्रवितन्यते। क्या बढ़िया बात कहा। सती इव अपसति, सती इव अपि असति, sati iva, though it is appearing existing this jagat, yet it is asat only, it is not there. Example, tapa nadya iva lahari and chala. Tapa nadi is mirage water, in that lahari the wave chala. So there is a wave seen in the mirage water, appearing or not appearing. But still, is it really there? Not there. Why? Because the water or the river, which itself is a mithya, an appearance in the mirage. If the river itself is mithya, how can the waves be real? But it was appearing. In the same way, the whole Jagat expressing from the Maya, appearing to be real, but the Maya itself is an inseparable from Paramatma. In the Paramatma, it doesn't exist. Therefore, how the Paramatma projected or the Maya projected Jagat can exist? Therefore, Asati. Sati Iva when you are seeing it. But on deep inquiry, in which you realize the self beyond the Maya, then the Maya is not there. Therefore, Maya, Kalpitha, entire Jagat also Asati. So, Sati Iva api Asati. Tapa Nadi eva Lahari and Chala. Tapa Nadi, the mirage water, wave, is there or not? Yeah. If you take the river of mirage water as real, then in that you see the wave. But when you inquire, the mirage water itself is mithya. How can wave be real? So too, if you accept the Jagat to be real, from what ignorance we have from that standpoint, it appears to be real. But for the Jagat, the cause, the Maya Shakti, if you go into, and which is never separate from Paramatma, independent, us drushti se dekho, only Paramatma is there, his Maya Shakti also is not there, then how can there be the Maya Kalpita Jagat? It also will be Asati. So sativapyasati tapa nadyeva lahari chala manasa iha indrajala shri jagati pravitanyate. So manasa, by the samashti mind of the Ishvara, and also by your and my mind of Ishvara Jagat Jiva, manasa, by mind, indrajala shri, like the indrajala, the magic of the magician, jagati, the entire Jagat named Indrajala Shri is pravitanyate. It is appearing to be spread in front of us. So Jagati Indrajala Shri, the Jagat world, Jagrat world, which is like the Indrajala Shri, Manasa, because of the mind, Pravitanyate, it is spread and projected there. Actually, it is not there. On Brahman, it is projected. So Sativapyasiti Tava Nadyeva Lahari Chala Manasa Iha Indrajala Shri Jagati Pravitanyate. Hmm. सो एक्चुअली है क्या इंद्रजाल नहीं, बट इंद्रजाल इंद्रजालिका जब प्ले करता है फॉर द ऑन लुकर्स इट अपियर्स. तो इन द सेम वे द एंटायर जगत एक्चुअली है क्या? नॉट देयर. व्हाट इज देयर इज प्योर ब्रह्मन ओनली. बट एट द टोटल लेवल माया, एट द इंडिविजुअल लेवल मन, द संकल्प ऑफ दीस टू समष्टि और व्यष्टि का, द एंटायर जगत सती इव अपियर्स एज इफ इट इज एग्जिस्ट. It's because of the mind only. Very powerful discussion. This is. Try to little bit. Itna catch kar lo. If pure Paramatma alone was there, he remembered his own Shakti and he gave the chabi to the Shakti. That Shakti did Sankalpa. Out of Sankalpa, all these Indrajala ke saman Jagat projected hai, which we are taking as real now. Now, on listening these things repeatedly, deeply entering into contemplation, at that level, when the upadhis we dissolve, then we will see the Paramatma, and it is his sankalpa that on him only the entire Jagat is projected. Which in which when they are playing our own roles, that's also part of projection. Mm. So that way, Manasa Indriya Jala Shrihi Jagati Pravitanyate. Then He continues. Okay. He avidya samsrutirbandaha maya moho mahattamaha kalpitaniti namani yasyaha sakala vedibihi. Though it is not there, still appearing. This Jagat again is named differently by different Mahatmas. Like when at the Kalpanta, the entire Jagat dissolves, what remains is Sat Kinchita Vashishyate. That Sad Vastu is named by the Mahatmas for the Vyavahara sake. Different names given. In the same way, this Jagat, though not real, but projected out of Maya, also is given various names by the Rishi Muni in various occasions. What are the names given to this Jagatu? Avidya Samsrutir Bandha Maya Moho Mahattamaha Kalpitani iti namani Yasyaha Sakala Vedibihi. Vedibihi by wise people of this Jagat Namani Kalpitani. These variety names are projected. 7 names are given here. For the Atman, how many are given? 4. है ना? रुतम आत्मा परम ब्रह्म सत्यम, 4 ही नाम दिए उनको. लेकिन इस जगत को जो माया से उत्पन्न है, 7 नेम्स आर गिवन. वन इज अविद्या, सेकंड इज संस्कृति, थर्ड इज बंध, फोर्थ माया, फिफ्थ मोह, सिक्स्थ महत, सेवेंथ तमः. अविद्या संस्कृतिर्बंधो माया मोहो महत्तमः कल्पितानि इति नामानि यस्याः सकलवेदिभिः. So to this Jagat which is projected, 7 names are given. Like that many. Okay. Why this Jagat is called Avidya? Because when the Paramatma Vidya is gained, this becomes absent. Means absent. Means विद्या के द्वारा अंत होता है इस जगत का. दैट्स वाई अंत होता है विद्या से, इसलिए जगत इज कॉल्ड अविद्या. अंत होता है विद्या से, इसलिए जगत का नाम क्या पड़ा? अविद्या. विद्या आत्मविद्या है ना. when you have the knowledge of the gold, then all ornaments का अंत होता है. तो अंत of the ornaments with the vidya of the gold. So anta of this jagat with the vidya of the Paramatma. Therefore, the jagat is called avidya. विद्या से अंत होने के कारण इसका नाम अविद्या. फर्स्ट मीनिंग अविद्या. सेकंड नेम इज संस्कृति. देन why it is called samsara? Because this jagat, when we value it and we start doing various karma in it, it is a cause to take we the jivas to the upper worlds, also to the lower worlds. लोअर से अपर, ऊपर से लोअर, नीचे वो घुमाता रहता है. That is why it is called as samsruti. And the Jagat in front, taken by as real, forces us to perform various karmas, and they are called as Punya and Papa. Depending on the Papa and Punya, the Naraka and Sarga, we are taken to, which is called as Samsruti. हमें ऊपर नीचे ले जाता है, इसलिए इस जगत का नाम संसार है. क्योंकि जगत में रहकर ही हम काम करते हैं, जिसके फल स्वरूप अच्छा काम पुण्य काम है तो ऊपर, बुरा काम पाप है तो नीचे. So the second is samsruti. Then third one is bandha. So bandha means what? The satantra of the self, that is blissful, that is it's infinite, it is unconditional. This jagat doesn't allow us to have. Therefore it is called as bandha. And when you see the jagat, immediately some or the other assumed identity we get, which is bondage. After which the real freedom that I am the self cannot be experienced. That is why this jagat is called bandha. है ना. जगत को देखते ही हमारे अंदर कोई कंडीशनिंग आ जाता. That's how it conditions us or binds us. This jagat, that's why it's called as bandha. You know how it conditions is technically 3 ways it conditions. First, it conditions as the jnata. The Jagat, the moment we see it, we become knower of it. We are not Jnata before that. We are Kevala Shuddha Chaitanya. But Shuddha Chaitanya became Jnata now, became knower. So thereafter, he himself gets conditioned by the Icha. He becomes a Jnata, then he becomes Icha, Icha Yukta Vyakti he becomes. Then when the Icha comes inside, can we be without karma? Then we become Karta. So Jnata, Ichita, Karma Karta. Now when you do the karma, will the phala stop coming from coming? It cannot stop. It will come to us. So phala comes. Then we become the bhokta. With the bhokta, we are vasanas are created. Again they create some or the other icha or the kamana. In this way, we being the pure self is brought down to the level of the jnata, the knower, the icha karta, the desirer, the karma karta, the doer, then the enjoyer of the karma, the bhokta, the enjoyer. No, these are all not there in the self. They are all because of Jagat. Therefore, it is called as bandhana hetu. Like a big ground is there. अब आप चलते हैं आ जाते हैं उसमें कोई नहीं. अब उस ग्राउंड में लेट से बच्चों के लिए एक पूरा सा नुमाइश लगा है मानो for the children or everybody. Huge ground, a circus is put. Immediately, earlier the people were seeing that ground going and coming. कोई बंधन नहीं था उनको अभी. बट अब ये सर्कस बनने के बाद बंधन होता है कि नहीं जाने का जानने का. They want to know it. Then the desire to climb that giant wheel or whatever it may be. Then somehow they give money and they do that. So a free personality became bound personality because of this. That is why this Jagat is called Bandhana. So three meanings we have seen. One is avidya because it goes away with vidya. Second, sansriti because it pushes us from lower to higher and higher to lower world. Three, it is called as bandha because it takes away our freedom as we are pure self. And then next one is it is called next what Maya. So Maya means what? It is actually not real but just appearing. Therefore, it is called as Maya. What is there is substratum only, but appearing, therefore it's called as Maya. Then why it is called as Moha? So, because of seeing this world, we get deluded. It is not there, still appearing, therefore Maya. Seeing that we get deluded, therefore this Jagat is called as Moha. Then once one falls trap into this, seeing the Jagat, taking it as real, how many thousands of lives again it takes to come out of it. So tough to come out of the snare of this jagat. और रियली लग रहा है इसलिए इसको कहते हैं महत. महत मीन्स डिफिकल्ट टू क्रॉस. सो बिग इट इज दिस जगत samsara compared that's why it with a mountain or a forest very deep dungeon or a valley or an ocean or davanala. ये सब एग्जाम्पल देते हैं इस जगत के लिए टू से that it is impossible almost to come out of it. That much big and binding it is. That's the meaning of the word Mahat. So avidya is the name of this Jagat because when the Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya gained, it goes away. Samsruti because Urdhva and Adholoka it takes us. Bandhana because it takes away our freedom. Maya because it is mithya, it is not there, still appearing. Moha it is called because we are caught up by seeing it only. Then Mahat because it is impossible to cross it, so difficult. And finally, what is called as the Tamaha because it Jagat covers the self knowledge from us. I myself forget myself as a self and I forget the Jagat also Paramatma. I take myself individual and the Jagat also is taken as somebody other than from Paramatma. In this way, it keeps us in the darkness of the self. Therefore, it is called as tamas. See, the purpose and the names given also are such a beautiful things. So, avidya, samsrutihi, bandhaha, maya, mohaha, mahat, tamaha, mahat and tamaha, kalpitani, namani iti. Yasyaha Sakala Vedivihi. By the knowers of the truth, they have named it in this way. Is Jagat ko. So by this definition, how the Jagat is Maya Kalpita and how it affects on us in few ways to bind us, they are set. They are informed. Now contemplate on this knowledge. फिर मजा आएगा उसका. Correct. Now here, having said this one, Vasishtha comes to more clarity of explanation. He says, I am going now to the 21st mantra. Bandhasya tavad rupam tvam katyamanamidam shruno tatah swarupam mokshasya jnana jnasasi indu nibhanana. Bandhasya tavad rupam tvam katyamanamidam shruno tatah swarupam mokshasya jnasya sindu nibhanana. Nyasya Indu Nibhanana. So Indu Nibha Anana. Indu is moon. Indu Nibha means like moon. Anana, the face, the one who has got. Ramachandra Bhagwan. Hey Ramachandra, hey the one whose Anana face is like Indu, the Chandamas Prakasha, very cooling and wonderful. Oh Rama, Tavad, it means to begin with, Bandhasya Rupam Katyamana Vidam Tvam Shrunu. I am going to tell you first nature of bondage. Katyamana Vidam Shrunu, Bandhasya Rupam. Tataha, thereafter, Sarupam Mokshasya. Jnasya. See, then you will ask, I'll tell you how is the moksha like and how the moksha is gained. That also I am going to tell you. So first listen about bandhanam, then I'll tell you about the moksha. So from here onwards, he will beautifully explain to us the Jagat Satyatva Bhranti is the bandha. Then slowly seeing the self alone everywhere, there is nothing other than the self called as Jagat. Then if the Jagat itself is not there, everywhere my own self is there, then who will bind whom? No bondage, therefore no need of suffering, no need of any extra efforts or sadhana for moksha. So just realizing the nature of the self, just like that the moksha happens. That's the beauty of this knowledge. So first I'll tell you what is bondage, then I'll tell you how the moksha is obtained. Oh my dear Rama. So this is a Vasishtha says, and what is the nature of bandha? So, and the sadhana for moksha, we'll come to study tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramashibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Naman Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. So more than 10 shlokas we have seen. Thank you. Rama 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 Rama. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम तमेव भान्तमनुभाति तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं नारायण मंगलम परमलोकदास. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. योगास्मा रामायण शास्त्र की जय. वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास ब्रह्म आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स. समस्त श्रोतावक साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मोक्षु मुक्त गण की जय. Let us do our Hindi text on Niranjanashtakam. Right? Mm. Mm.